Whew, welcome back to The Fame, your nonstop ride through the wild world of reality TV gossip. And today, Welcome to Plathville is serving a full platter of drama hotter than a Georgia summer. First up, Ethan Plath is head over heels for his new girlfriend Tegan, a motorcycle-loving mom he met online just after his split from Olivia. She's sweet, she's steady, she met the family, and Ethan says he's in love. But plot twist? That sweet New Year's Instagram announcement has vanished, and fans are buzzing. Did they break up, or is Ethan just keeping things private this time? Next, Lydia Plath is clapping back hard at rumors about her husband Zac's sexuality. After fans questioned their lack of physical affection before marriage, Lydia took to Instagram to set the record straight, revealing they saved their first kiss for the wedding as a spiritual choice and insisting their love is the real deal. Then, the sibling tension reaches a breaking point. Just hours before Zac popped the question, Ethan confronted Lydia in a tear-filled conversation, admitting he doesn't know or like her fiancé. And Lydia? She broke down, revealing how much she's longed for a real bond with her big brother. It's raw, it's real, and it changes everything. And finally, in a sneak peek that's got fans divided, Ethan questions whether Lydia's decision to marry Zac after just 6 months is really hers or someone else's. From concerns about manipulation to clashing spiritual views, this heart-to-heart spirals into a heartbreaking moment as Lydia sobs in her brother's arms. Every sibling dynamic, every social media clue, every emotional confession, we're unpacking it all right here. So hit that like button if you're ready to dive in, subscribe so you never miss a twist, ring the bell so you're the first to know when we drop the next bombshell, and sound off in the comments with your Plathville hot takes. Who's being too harsh? Who's hiding something? Who's actually thriving? Now buckle up, Fame fam, because this first story is the one fans can't stop talking about. Ethan and Tegan's deleted love story. Let's roll that title card. Is Ethan Plath already in love again, or is his new romance already crashing and burning off-screen? On Welcome to Plathville, Ethan just introduced fans to his new girlfriend, Tegan Nichols. But the internet's freaking out because his Instagram just wiped her clean. Ethan Plath has officially stepped into his post-Olivia era, and let's just say it's complicated. In the August 5th episode of Welcome to Plathville, fans finally met Tegan Nichols, the woman who has been quietly dating Ethan for nearly 10 months. Their love story started with a simple Instagram comment. Tegan noticed Ethan's motorcycle and dropped a flirty compliment. Ethan checked out her profile and was instantly intrigued. Flash forward, the two were inseparable, bonding over family values, a drama-free vibe, and raising Tegan's daughter from a previous relationship. Quote, "Out of the blue, I found the one," Ethan said during the episode, clearly smitten. And Tegan? She gushed that Ethan was her best friend, someone she could talk about anything. The couple's chemistry was undeniable during their trip to Georgia. Tegan was stepping into Ethan's childhood world for the first time and even got a warm welcome from Ethan's mom, Kim Plath. Now here's where the tea gets hotter. Kim Plath praised Tegan for being the total opposite of Olivia, Ethan's ex-wife. "I feel like Olivia always had to control Ethan," Kim said on camera. "With Tegan, there's a freedom there." Things seemed picture perfect, but fans noticed something strange. That glowing Instagram post Ethan shared in January announcing Tegan as his girlfriend, it's gone. Every single photo of her has been deleted. So what gives? Are they over? Are they just going private? Are producers hiding something until the season finale? Back in January, Ethan captioned his now deleted post with, "Proud to introduce my sweet girlfriend. She truly is one of the sweetest, kindest, and most patient people I've ever known." He even hinted at big plans for 2025, but now it's like she never existed. Tegan also hasn't posted about Ethan in months, and he's nowhere to be found on her feed, which, of course, sent Reddit into a spiral. Some fans suspect a quiet breakup. Others think they're being cautious about sharing too much due to past backlash from Ethan's relationship with Olivia. Adding to the mystery, Tegan was front and center on the show, meeting with Ethan's brother Micah, navigating awkward family tension, and quietly staying out of the drama. She even defended Lydia and Zac's engagement when Veronica started throwing shade. Regardless of your opinions, you should be supportive, Tegan said, clearly trying to keep things classy. But supportive or not, fans can't ignore the fact that Ethan's social media timeline just got wiped clean. Is this a temporary reset, or is it curtains for Ethan and Tegan? One Redditor summed it up perfectly. You don't delete every trace of your girlfriend unless something major went down. Another fan chimed in, this is either a soft launch into breakup mode, or they're hiding a big twist for the finale. Don't touch that dial, because Ethan's sister Lydia is fighting off rumors about her marriage now, and the internet is not holding back. Next up, Lydia breaks her silence about Zac Wyse's sexuality, and she's not pulling any punches. Lydia Plath just took to social media to shut down the internet's wildest rumors about her new husband. And let's just say she did not hold back. Welcome to Plathville fans have been side-eyeing Lydia's whirlwind marriage to Zac Wyse, especially after whispers about his sexuality lit up the comment sections. Now, Lydia's clapping back with scripture, sentiment, and a whole lot of sass. Let's rewind. Lydia Plath's relationship with Zac Wyse has taken center stage this season on Welcome to Plathville, and the speed of their engagement, just months after meeting, raised more than a few eyebrows. But what really got fans talking? Their lack of physical affection, even admitting they hadn't kissed before the wedding. Cue the internet spiral. Fan forums lit up with speculation about Zac's sexuality, questioning if there was more to this pure courtship than met the eye. Now, Lydia's setting the record straight in a big way. In a candid Instagram post, she addressed the rumors head-on and defended their decision to wait for their first kiss until their wedding day. Lydia wrote, "Yes, we saved our first kiss for our wedding day. It's really saddening to see how that is taken such the wrong way in this day and age. Instead of people seeing how honoring and selfless that was of my husband, they assume we just weren't attracted to each other. Quite the opposite." She went on to share that the idea of waiting for a first kiss was something she had secretly wanted but left it to Zac to bring up, if led by the Holy Spirit. Lydia added, "To my surprise, Zac brings it up within 1 week of dating. It had never even crossed his mind till he met me. There is just a purity about you that I want to protect," Zac said. And for anyone wondering how things are going after the wedding, Lydia cheekily assured fans, "The waiting was worth it, and now that we're married, trust me, we're making up for lost time." Cue the standing ovation from her Christian fan base. Many jumped into the comments to support the couple, praising them for staying true to their values. One fan commented, "If he brought it up and it was something you wanted deep down, it was all God." Another wrote, "So sad to see how people twist purity into something suspicious. You two are a light." But not everyone's convinced. On Reddit and fan pages, the debate rages on. Some viewers are still skeptical about the chemistry between Zac and Lydia, especially with their wedding storyline unfolding so quickly on the show. Others argue the real issue isn't Zac, it's the show pushing traditional courtship into the spotlight for drama. Even Ethan Plath hinted earlier this season that something about Zac felt off, a moment that added fuel to the fan fire. But Lydia's post sends one clear message. She's not here for the speculation, and she's definitely not ashamed of her story. Whether you think it's sweet or suspicious, one thing's for sure. Lydia is all in on her husband, and she's not afraid to push back when viewers cross the line. Some fans are calling Lydia's post one of the most heartfelt and honest things we've seen all season. Others say it raises even more questions. Why such a strong defense so early in the marriage? Is there more going on behind the scenes?
Stick around, because this sibling showdown is about to get emotional. Up next, Ethan confronts Lydia just hours before her big proposal, and what he says brings her to tears.
Just hours before Lydia's big surprise proposal, Ethan Plath drops a bombshell that leaves his sister in tears. On Welcome to Plathville, tensions reached a boiling point when Ethan confronted Lydia about her lightning-fast romance with Zac Wyse, and what he said might have changed everything. Talk about emotional whiplash. Welcome to Plathville fans got hit with a heart-wrenching sibling moment this week when Ethan Plath sat down with his sister Lydia and got brutally honest about her engagement plans. Lydia, just 21, is head over heels for Zac Wyse, the man she's only been dating for 3 months. But Ethan isn't buying the fairy tale, and he didn't sugarcoat his doubts. Ethan told Lydia straight up, "You've only known him for 3 months, and you're getting married in 2 months. Are you sure you're good with that?" Lydia confidently answered yes, but Ethan wasn't done. He admitted he didn't really like Zac, and not because of anything specific, but because, well, something just felt off. "I just don't like him," he said, "but I don't know if that's because I don't know him yet or if I'm just being protective of you." The moment turned emotional fast. Lydia fell silent. Then came the tears. She hugged her older brother, and what followed was a vulnerable, raw exchange between two siblings who clearly haven't had many of these kinds of talks. "I feel like I don't know you really," Ethan confessed. "I don't talk to you a lot. Now you're gone already." Through the tears, Lydia finally opened up about what she's really been feeling, especially the distance between them. "That's just the first time that I really feel you care," she told him. The two shared a tearful embrace that was as heartbreaking as it was healing. Lydia later told cameras that while Ethan clearly doesn't like Zac, she admitted that what stung the most wasn't his opinion about her relationship, but the realization that they drifted apart so far she barely recognized her own brother. "I think the problem is more he doesn't know me very well, and that's a hard reality to face." Ethan, for his part, realized just how much he's missed. "That stings a little bit," he admitted to producers. "I've seen him protect Mariah at times, and I knew he and Mariah were really close. I just always wanted that for myself." This is the kind of emotional depth that's rare, even for TLC, and it's got fans all over social media revisiting how they view Ethan's role in the Plath family. He's often labeled as distant or awkward, but in this moment, he was clearly just a big brother trying to protect his little sister. As for Lydia and Zac, yes, they do go through with the engagement. And yes, it happens literally hours after this tearful moment. The timing? Kind of brutal. The emotions? Very, very real. The wedding took place just 2 months later in February on the Plath family farm, with Ethan in attendance. But whether this emotional bridge between siblings actually stuck, that remains to be seen. One fan wrote, "This was the first time I truly saw Ethan as Lydia's big brother, not just Olivia's ex." Another added, "He wasn't trying to ruin her happiness. He just wanted to be part of it." Keep it locked, because if you thought Ethan's doubts were emotional, wait until you hear what he said next. Coming up, Ethan reveals he fears Lydia is being manipulated and drops a spiritual truth bomb you won't believe. Ethan Plath thinks his sister Lydia is rushing into marriage, and even worse, he's afraid she might be getting manipulated. Just as Lydia announces her plans to marry Zac Wyse after a few whirlwind months, Ethan voices serious concerns, not just about the timeline, but about who's really making the decisions. In an exclusive Welcome to Plathville sneak peek released by People, we see Ethan Plath grappling with more than just sibling nerves. He's worried that his little sister Lydia may be letting others steer the ship when it comes to her future. The conversation starts when Lydia shares that she and Zac are planning to get married before moving to Germany for ministry work.
She says the idea came after a conversation with her pastor, who recommended they be married before embarking on such a spiritual journey together. Lydia tells Ethan, I was talking to my pastor about it, and he was just like, I would totally recommend you guys going together, married. She continues, and the first month of our marriage is just being poured into and really just receiving from the Lord. But Ethan isn't exactly buying it. He's struggling to understand how so many life-changing decisions have unfolded in just a few months, especially when they seem to be coming from outside influences. Ethan says in his confessional, me and Lydia are very different in our reasoning, in our thoughts, and where we place value. I believe in God. God has given all of us free will. And so with that free will comes the ability to make your own decisions and to take the consequences of those decisions. So if you are saying it's all divine and God is making these decisions for you, it's taking away from your responsibility in making a good decision or a bad decision. Translation: Ethan's afraid Lydia's spiritual framing is being used as a smokescreen and that she may not be fully in control of what's happening. Ethan adds bluntly, I think leaving such big parts of your life open to the decision of someone else, whether that's God or other men or people, leaves you open to being manipulated. He goes on, she's a blank slate ready to be written on, and I just worry about who's going to do the writing. Cue Lydia's tears again. Lydia tries to explain the timeline by correcting Ethan, saying they've actually been together for 4 months, if that matters. But for Ethan, it's not just about the calendar. It's about clarity. He's watching his sister make a life-altering choice with blind trust in other people's opinions, and that scares him. He repeats what's becoming his go-to line this season, I just don't like him. But this time it hits differently. It's less about Zac himself and more about Ethan's desperation to protect Lydia before it's too late. As she begins to cry in his arms, it's clear this isn't a one-off concern. It's the culmination of months, maybe years, of growing apart, now colliding headfirst with the most important decision of Lydia's life. Lydia and Zac do go through with the wedding just 2 months later, saying their vows on the Plath family farm in February. They even shared with people that their wedding was meant to reflect the love Jesus has for the church, quoting Ephesians 5:25. But Ethan's words continue to echo. Was this Lydia's decision or someone else's idea of what her life should look like? One fan wrote, I'm proud of Ethan for finally speaking up. It's obvious he loves his sister and is terrified she's being pushed into something. Another posted, this whole storyline gives culty vibes, and I hate that Lydia doesn't see it. And just when you think we're done stirring the pot, oh, we're just getting started. Next up, it's time for a lightning-fast recap of every jaw-dropping twist from today's episode, plus a juicy teaser for what's coming next.
All right, Fame Fam, let's hit that lightning round. Ethan Plath introduced his new girlfriend, Tegan, on Welcome to Plathville, but fans noticed she's mysteriously disappeared from his Instagram. What is going on? Lydia clapped back at critics questioning her husband Zac's sexuality, declaring their first kiss on the wedding day was holy, not awkward. Then Ethan dropped a bombshell, telling Lydia he doesn't like Zac just hours before the proposal, leaving her in tears. And finally, Ethan took it a step further, saying he's afraid Lydia's being manipulated by outside influences. Yikes. If you loved all that drama, hit like, subscribe, and smash that bell so you never miss a moment. Got thoughts? We know you do. Sound off in the comments and follow us on all the socials, The Fame. And trust, tomorrow's drop is even messier. Let's just say a certain Duggar might be breaking more than just family rules. Until then, stay loud, stay curious, and, as always, stay fabulous, Fame Fam.